At the start of the semester, I had little idea of the conflict between the Contras and the Sandinista government. I had an idea that it was an extremely violent conflict with terrible crimes committed against the people of Nicaragua, and the U.S. had involved to some degree. What I found over the course of doing research for the vlog entries was that the Iran-Contra affair seemed to overshadow much of the conflict in the journal entries and news articles I found, at least the ones in English. This made the first few entries rather difficult, but I was able to find a few here and there that did focus on the buildup of the conflict and the violence itself. I found out that the Contras carried out a system of rape, murder, and torture against the local populace. What surprised me was how these tactics were actually encouraged by the U.S. advisors to the Contras. The pro-communist sites I visited recounted details of how these tactics were employed against the country's rural communities. From what I learned about the conflict and the U.S. involvement, the more I began to think about the consequences of the U.S. involvement in Nicaragua and other countries in Latin America, and how the people of Latin America have suffered. This is something I never really thought about before. The consequences of what our involvement in the world can mean to the regular people in the countries around the world.